It is match day Wednesday, and Austin FC are taking on Minnesota United for the sixth time in club history. The last time both teams played against each other happened last August of 2022, in which Austin FC suffered a road loss to Minnesota in a 2-1 score, and the only goal scorer in that match came from a PK spot of Sebastian Driussi. But what exactly is Minnesota United to Austin FC? Are the Loons an easy win or a menacing threat for the Verde and Black? Well, currently, Minnesota sits 6th place in the Western Conference with 19 points. Their record right now, it is 5 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses. In the last 5 games for Minnesota, it's been kind of okay-ish for them, with 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. The last win they got was on the road, and when they beat in a 1-0 win to Portland Timbers. So Austin FC sits 10th place with 16 points, so we're not that far from Minnesota. We are 3 points apart from the Loons, from 6th place of Minnesota to 10th place of Austin FC. So this is anybody's game today at Q2, but I could say no matter how the form for Minnesota is, they're a really dangerous team by the amount of players they got. But for the record of these two teams is that Austin FC has 2 wins and Minnesota has 3 wins. The last time Austin FC got a win at Q2 against Minnesota happened around last April, in which Maxi Ruti scored the game winner clutch winning goal against the Loons. But like I said too, Austin FC so far home record, it's been really bad for them. They only have around 2 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. The last one we got is when we beat Toronto FC. But for Minnesota United, their record on the road, it's kind of okay-ish. 4 wins and 4 draws. The last one they got, like I said, was when they beat Portland Timbers in a 1-0 loss. 1-0 win, I could say. But we have to focus on the key players for Minnesota United. They have scored around 13 goals this season. Kind of slow numbers, not really good numbers, because you expect Minnesota to have like around close to 20, because that's how they are as a team. But without their key player, star player, one of the key players, Emmanuel Reynoso, due to some personal things he did outside of with the team, Minnesota United had to work with these type of players, 4 players who made these goals or provided something for the Loons. One of them is Luis Amaria, who's done 2 goals in 13 games. It's gonna be really hard saying this name. Bongolo Longwang has scored 4 goals in 13 games. He's currently the goal scorer for Minnesota this season, and he's really deadly 3 inside the box. So Stu has to be really ready in a 1v1 situation against Longwang. Then Franco Fragampane has 1 assist, but he's really good in the midfield when it comes to accurate passing rate. And right now this season with the Loons, with Minnesota, it is 75% accurate passing rate, but he's really good dribbling, and it's basically 56% of dribbling. So whoever faces up against Fragapane, either Dani Pereira or let's say the Sheffield or Valencia, you have to be ready against them. And despite being despite getting barely any minutes, Korean player Sang Bin Jong has 1 goal, but he can come in as a super substitution player. This season, he has done 75% accurate passing rate and provided 57 shots on target. So when he comes on the field, anything can happen. Minnesota will look much more dangerous with Sang Bin Jong, and he's only done 1 goal this season. For Austin FC's defense now, what should we start? Back 4 or back 5? Alex Ring is out, so we're kind of limited now with the amount of center backs we got. So we have to start with the back 4 again. Put a natural center back pair, duo of Alexander Radovanovic and Julio Cascante. That way we can be seeing like old ways again, and full back players of John Gallagher on the right side and Adam Lundekits on the left side. Then if we start a back 5 against Minnesota, we have to put Kip Keller in there, in the center of between Cascante and Radovanovic, because putting Nick Lima won't make any sense. That's basically, if you put Nick Lima as a center back, game is over. It was good and all, the positivity about Nick Lima against Houston Dynamo, he did provide an assist to Zardes' 100th goal, but putting him in general as a center back never worked out. It never works out great. Man got dunked on twice against Violet and against LAFC, but I might start Nick Lima, but it's him. I say we start back 4, Radovanovic and Julio Cascante. For Austin FC's offense though, who should we start as a number 9? The man who scored 100 goals. The man who's been scoring 3 goals in 3 games. Gyasi Zardes as a start. He's been having a good run of goals and games. Been putting there a lot of headers too, so Zardes is our number 9 at the moment. Urruti though, coming off the bench, does do damage, but he's not the same as Zardes. He may link up easily with Fagundes, with Urruti, but just not the same. It won't be the same ways anymore. Now, Fagundes should start over Rigoni on the left side. Some would argue that's a dumb idea, but for me, Rigoni hasn't shown any performance, any potential ever since those 2 assists and 1 goal earlier this month. He's been ghosting ever since. All he does is dribbling, run, or he's not even there when we need him. So Fagundes should start over him. Fagundes against Houston Dynamo, we saw like he was back to 2022 Fagundes with dribbling, defending, passing, everything. So start him on the left side, and on the right side, Ethan Finlay gets another start, another shot. Now for Minnesota United's defense, they have allowed 14 goals, but on the road, it's been really shaky for them. 4 wins, but 4 losses. But despite sitting 6th place with 19 points, there are three key players for why they're in that spot. One of them is goalkeeper Dwayne St. Clair, 26 saves, 5 clean sheets, but despite he has been scored on 14 times. Michael Boxall, built like a brick shithouse, tall as hell too, has 1 goal, but percentage-wise or numbers as a defender, it is 58 tackles, 11 tackles won, 19 tackles attempt, 53 clearances, 33 in the air, 20 on the ground, and 27 interceptions. But what's good about Boxall is that his 33 clearances in the air. So whenever we do a set piece, either crossing, corner kick, or free kick, he's gonna stop that no matter what. Alongside with Boxall is his center back partner from Pachuca too, Mexican defender or center back Miguel Tapias has 1 goal. But numbers wise, it's been really great. 73 tackles won, 11 tackles, attempts won, and 15 tackles attempts, which is basically 11 out of 15. Like I said, 73%. 68 clearances. Now that's good numbers right there. 30 clearances in the air and 38 ground passes cleared. So if you do a ground pass against Tapias, he's going to stop that no matter what. He's going to stop your dribbling. He's going to stop your set piece no matter what. And 25 interceptions with Minnesota. So when it comes to combination of Boxall and Tapias, it's almost to 100 of combined of clearances and interceptions. So this is going to be a really tight game for Austin FC and Minnesota. Both teams sit 3 points apart. Minnesota with 19 in 6th place, and Austin FC with 16 points in 10th place. But I feel like Austin FC might get a safety win here, a 2-1 score, another goal of Zardes, and let's put Diego Fagundes here. Other than that, you guys, hope you understood this video. My name is Vanilla Mixon 17, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.